Spring cleaning versus dog hair. Who wins? What does an Adirondack mountain camp made for you and your dog look like? We're going to show you. And car accessories to keep your pooch safe. And Bud is back in the doghouse. We're going to show you. It's all coming up on AKC Live. We welcome you back to AKC Live, bringing you the latest dog news and entertainment from the American Kennel Club. I'm Sam Ryan, and as you can see, this is my friend Ziggy. Ziggy is an 11-year young Pomeranian. He's going to join me for the remainder of the show. Well, in dog sport news this week, Ziggy, we're going to go there and talk about that. Best in show at the Taconic Hills Kennel Club, Greenwich Kennel Club, and Longshore Southport Kennel Club was Louie, the American Staffordshire Terrier. Now, Louie broke the best in show record for the American Staffordshire Terriers this weekend and brought his total to 30 best in shows. Biggie the Pug also won back-to-back best in shows at the Asheville Kennel Club. Well, the biggest dog show this weekend with more than 2,900 dogs participating was the Contra Costa Kennel Club, part of the Wolfstock weekend of shows. Best in show was awarded to Winston, the Norfolk Terrier, on Saturday. Congratulations to all of the winners. Our dogs may have allergies just like we do. Last month, Dr. Klein was on our set to answer your questions about dog allergies. But what about human allergies and pertaining to our dog, provoked by our dog, hair and the dander? Well, there are some simple steps that you can take to help remedy this problem.
Spring is here, and so is shedding season for our canine companions. Here are 5 steps to a hair-free home. Brushing your dog with a de-shedding tool is important all year long, but even more so during shedding season. Along with brushing, regular baths help move the spring shedding process along. He'll smell better too. Break out the broom and keep those doggy dust bunnies from collecting in nooks and crannies. Hey, watch it, I'm sleeping here! To remove lingering hairs from furniture, wet your hands or cover with rubber gloves and run them over the fabric, the furniture, not the dog. Remove the hair from clothes and bedding by running them in a dryer on a no-heat setting. Do it before washing to prevent hair from sticking. For more tips, check out the Allergy issue of Family Dog magazine.
Brushing, bathing, sweeping, wiping, and laundering, all of those seem easy and doable, right, Ziggy? Right? Well, as far as shedding goes, AKC's Family Dog posed the question, what do you do about dog hair? Well, we got a few creative responses. Wendy writes, I've always saved my Golden's hair and have tons stashed away. After my first one passed away, I got a clear acrylic Christmas ornament and filled it with hair from each of her 10 years. Ruth with 3 Goldens tells us she used a defurring stone from Duluth Trading for her sofa cushions. And Salvador shared he uses a sticky lint roller to remove dog hair from lampshades. Very creative. And Paula confesses that, hey, hair wins. If you can't beat it, join it. I guess hair can be a fashion statement. Hey, Father's Day is this Sunday. We have some friends here, but we also have a great number of gift ideas for the dad who loves his dog. We're going to have those a little bit later in the show, but right now we are joined by Janice Costa, the founder of Canine Camp Getaway, to talk about that. Obviously, this is a great gift idea for dads, but not limited to dads. So tell me, what is Canine Camp Getaway?
Canine Camp Getaway is a vacation for people who love their dogs. You bring your dog on vacation, and there are all kinds of activities you can do with your dog, from a pool you can go swimming in, to hiking, agility, training classes, lure coursing, any AKC sport you can think of we have. We do barks and crafts. We have evening entertainment like a dog-themed movie from Movie Night Under the Stars. So it's just a great vacation where you can bond with your dog.
And you have Lexi joining you right here. How did you come up with this idea? Hi, Lexi.
I had 2 large dogs at the time, Lexi being one of them, and there weren't a lot of great travel options to go places with your dogs. If you could find a hotel that would take them, and there was nothing to do when you got there. And I thought, I work so many hours when I spend time with my dog. Or I take vacation, I want to spend time with my dog. So I thought, if I wanted to go on vacation with my dog, there probably were other people who did too. And I called a lot of hotels, and a lot of people hung up on me, and eventually I found someone willing to give us a chance, and we're now 10 years in.
So you talked about some of the activities, the swimming and whatnot. Are these activities that you do with your dog?
Absolutely. We do agility classes. At any point in the day, we have 6 to 8 different classes going on at the same time. So you have the choice of barn hunt, nose work, loose leash walking, swimming, hiking, agility, fly ball, frisbee, all different kinds of things. We have 3 different veterinarians on staff, and they give seminars about issues that are relevant. We do a lot of charity work. We do a silent auction for animal charities. We do a casino night that raises money for animal charities. And it's just a lot of, you know, yappy hour by the pool. It's a lot of having a good time with your dog, whether it's learning sports, learning about training and behavior, training your dog to be a therapy dog, or just having fun.
What has the response been like, and how has this grown over the years?
My first camp, I had 27 people, but we were starting out in the height of a recession, which is probably not the best time to have a vacation. I now do 2 camps a year. We have 100 guests for our June 24th to 28th event, and we have about 90 for our September 15th through 18th.
Wow. Any tips for someone who is interested in this? How do they register? What do they need to bring?
We provide a lot of information. We have a lot of information on our website, caninecampgetaway.com, and we look for dogs that they don't have to be serious, they don't need serious training, but they do need to be obviously social with people and dogs, because we have a lot of dogs around. And we look for people, whether you've done sports or whether you'd like to try them or just enjoy spending time with your dog and other dog lovers. And we tell them exactly what to bring. You know, it's an old dude ranch that we have it at, so it's motel-style lodging, and you know, 3 meals, everything is included. And you bring your dog sleeps with you, your dog plays with you, and you get to spend a great vacation with your dog.
You talked about the 2 weekend dates already for this summer. What is the website once again if someone wants to contact you?
www.caninecampgetaway.com.
Thank you so much, Chad.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Lexi.
She's a little tired from all the vacation planning.
She's all ready for the camp. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Another popular activity on Father's Day is to go for a drive, right, Ziggy? But we hate to leave our dogs behind, so it's important to take proper safety precautions. AKC correspondent Sherelle Starr was at the New York City Auto Show and had the chance to see what cars were thinking about in terms of canine safety.
Hey, it's Sherelle Starr here, and I'm at the New York Auto Show with Jim Nichols of Volvo. He's going to take us through the latest and greatest for pet accessories that you can actually have put into your car. So Jim, tell me what you got going on.
Well, Volvo is the only car manufacturer that develops pet accessories that are built into the car's safety system, and we're very, very proud of that. So we developed these steel gates, which will assist in making sure that the dog stays in place in the event of an accident.
1 in 4 pet owners actually don't take their pets with them when they go driving because they're afraid of them getting hurt. So this seems like a really smart feature.
It's something that's very important to us, not only, of course, for the safety of all the people in the car, but the safety for anyone that rides in the car.
Now, you guys also make harnesses and tethers for dogs as well. Tell me a little bit about those.
That's right. Well, you know, one of the safest areas, of course, in the SUVs and wagons is in the rear cargo area. But, of course, cars don't have cargo areas. They have trunks. And we certainly don't recommend putting a dog in the trunk. So we have developed the leash accessories that can be integrated in with the seatbelt that will help restrain the dog and also use the seatbelt functions in the event of an accident to try to keep them in place.
What size dog, you know, should you be thinking about putting in the particular gate?
Well, we've actually created kind of 3 different scenarios with the gate. You can use the primary gate, which will essentially give the entire cargo area available for the dog. Then we have a longitudinal divider, which kind of divides it in half. That would be available for smaller dogs, but you can also use the other half of the cargo area for storage. And then we also have the front gate area here, and that's for dogs that have a tendency to be a little jumpy. Every car that Volvo sells has an available dog accessory.
Well, Jim, thank you so much. It was so great talking to you today.
Thank you.
So Volvo's not the only car maker thinking about the safety of your pet. I'm here with Eric Schimpf of Nissan, who actually helped design the Rogue dog. Eric, tell me a little bit about this car.
The Rogue Dog. This is the second iteration of what we've done as sort of a concept build. I'm definitely the target demo for this. I have 2 bulldogs, Gordita and Patricia. We go to the beach in Huntington every weekend. Well, the biggest issue is your dogs are gross and disgusting when you get back from the beach, and then we want to be able to wash them. So we did an onboard wash system here, and then also a dryer so you can wash the dog, do the dog blowout. We've got the ramp here that comes out, folds out with the LED lighting for safety. Look over here, there's an accessory package that slides out. Also, everything that's in here is really tough and durable fabric, so you can pull out the bed and wash it. You can rinse everything down. Then you also have an onboard communication. You can FaceTime with your dog in the back, And then the key fob has a button that you can press that will play a chime and dispense some treats in the back cargo areas.
I love it. I love it. So this is actually a concept car, so it's not coming to market anytime soon. But how do we actually get Nissan to actually make this come out a little earlier?
It's just a playful way for us to look at the Rogue in a different way, and you know what can happen with the car, and it brings people in, and it's fun. Baxter's a nice accessory.
So we've seen one car with safety features for your pet that you can get right now, and one that hopefully you'll be able to get on the market one day. Either way, make sure you keep your dogs secured in your car whenever you're driving. For more great safety tips on how to keep your dog safe, whether you're at home or driving on the road, check out AKC.org.
Aside from Canine Camp Getaway or a safe drive with your pooch, we have some other Father's Day gift suggestions for the dog-loving dad in your life. So let's take a look here. You ready, Ziggy? I think so. We have Go Fetch this magnetic bottle opener. So cute, where you can turn the bottle cap into a frisbee with this adorable beech wood and stainless steel pooch. He pries off the bottle cap like that, holds it obediently in his mouth. It's magnetic, and it is available at uncommongoods.com. Right like that. Dog lover shirt. This one is gorgeous. Look at this. Colorful Labrador Retriever, available at amazon.com. There's even more. This fun mug reads, "I work so hard so my dog can have a better life." This is for humans, right? It says love on the back, and it has this lazy dog wake up blend coffee for humans, of course, available as amazon.com. Cufflinks for the dad who wears the shirts with the cufflinks. The bone cufflinks coming in a presentation gift box with a polishing cloth, available at amazon.com. How about this? Because we know Father's Day equals barbecues, right? We meet again, it says, printed on it, the perfect accessory for grilling and cooking. This also available at shopakc.org. And this is an interesting one. This hat over here, I'm going to turn it around for you so you can see it right here. These baseball caps available in virtually every breed, so you can find the right one for the dog-loving dad in your life. And these are available at akc.org. This is not a Pomeranian, Ziggy. What do you think, Zig? Ziggy, here you go. There you go. Looks perfect, right? So many practical and fun gifts to choose from. Happy Father's Day. Time for our good dog fun fact. Did you know all dogs dream, but puppies and senior dogs actually dream more frequently than adult dogs? Think about that while they're sleeping. Well, in keeping with honoring Father's Day, it's time for our In the Doghouse with Bud Bacone, and to tell us about a special dog known as the father of his breed.
Hi, I'm Bud Bacone in the Doghouse, 260 Madison Avenue, AKC headquarters here in New York City. We find ourselves in the AKC library here because I want to introduce you to our office mascot, Belgrave Joe. We normally don't allow dogs in the library, but Joe is very quiet. Belgrave Joe, in his prime, before his shocking weight loss, was about 18 pounds. His body was white and his head was tan. Joe had a circuitous route to the AKC. He was born in 1868. His owner had him for about 20 years. When Joe died, he had his remains preserved, which was not uncommon in those days for a much-loved dog. The bones went from the owner to the Kennel Club of England. From the Kennel Club of England, it went to the Royal College of Veterinary Medicine. From there, it went to an American dog fancier named Irving Ackerman. And Mr. Ackerman, back in the 1930s, donated Joe to the American Kennel Club, and he's been with us ever since. You may ask, why all of this trouble for this bag of bones? Well, Joe was not just any smooth fox terrier. He was the smooth fox terrier, one of the great dogs of his breed, maybe the greatest dog of his breed, and several of our AKC breeds have that. They have that one dog, they call it the Foundation, who changes the breed forever because he passes along his DNA and his sterling qualities into future generations, and they build the breed around the stock that he creates. It is said of Belgrave Joe that before he came along, there were terriers who hunted foxes. And after Belgrave Joe, there were fox terriers, a real breed. Because he lived so long, he lived to be nearly 20, he was able to pass along an awful lot of that DNA. His genetic material went into some of the very great show champions of the early 20th century here in the United States. Many of the Westminster winners of those days were Fox Terriers, and it reached its zenith, this whole Fox Terrier mania, in the 1930s with a dog named champion Nornay Sadler, who was a 25th generation direct descendant from Joe here. Sadler is said to be one of the greatest show dogs who ever lived. He certainly had a record to back that up. Some of the old-time people who I knew when I first got here said when they drew up the Fox Terrier breed standard, they closed their eyes and dreamed of Sadler. Sadler was not only a great show champion, but he ushered in an era where Fox Terriers, both smooth and wire, became very popular pets in the United States. We're talking about the 1930s and the 1940s. They even became show business dogs, vaudeville, and the theater, and even movies. Old-time movie lovers will remember Asta, the wire Fox Terrier that enlivened many a MGM Thin Man movie with William Powell and Myrna Loy. To me, a dog breed has always been more like a river because it's always moving forward. And it's the AKC's job to ensure that at various spots in that river, master breeders can wade in and make their contributions to the breed and send them rushing along in that river several generations into the future. I can go on talking about this all day, but it's my turn to take Joe out for his walk. So if you'll excuse me, I'm Bud Bacone in the doghouse, and I'll see you next time. You ready to go, Joe?
We'll be back next week. Until then, you can find more Good Dog TV at AKC TV. And I have to thank my co-host Ziggy for this week. You've been fantastic. You really have. And he looks great too, doesn't he? We leave you with our Good Dog Moment of the Week, featuring some very happy wet retrievers from Sedalia, Missouri. I'm Sam Ryan. Thanks for watching AKC Live. Right, Zig? Yeah? Mm-hmm.